Hi, hope you guys are doing well. So today we will be learning how to model any type of arch in Blender. So I'll just quickly pull up my reference image, and you can actually get any sort of you can get these references from Google. So as you can see that there are two different types of arches. One where you have to model the upper part, and then the lower part can be as anything you want, or if you actually want, you can combine and make the upper and lower part all together. So I'll be going with just making the upper and lower part all together in the simple arch, and I'll show you how to do it. So first things first, Shift A, Mesh, Circle, Center Top View, tap to edit mode, and then just delete these bottom vertices, and then click RX90. Then go into front view and S and 5, and click on Control A to apply the scale. Now if you are going with the just modeling the upper part and then you want to add the lower part with a different design, then you don't have to do this step, ease X, and I think about here is good enough. So you can just skip this one step if you're just going with the making the upper part one. So you can also, if you want to give it a bit of more design, make something like this, or if you want to make more designs, you can use the delete these vertices and then add in the delimiter modifier, but I'll just skip that for now. The second thing we need to do is take our cube, and then I'll just add in a bevel modifier on it, value to 3, and then shade auto smooth. Then in our bevel modifier, you can I'll just duplicate this circle. We will need this other circle later on. So now I'll just select this circle, and I'll just go to object, convert to curve, and then click on our cube. This is basically our brick object, and I'll add in a array modifier, and instead of fix going to fit length, and then click go on add in another modifier, and this time we're going to be adding in the curve modifier, and then select this curve. So the length, if we keep increasing it, as you can see, it's automatically making this for us. Now if it looks a little bit of wobbly, as you can see, it doesn't look good. So we can just scale down our cube to something like 0.25, and then tab out, and as you can see, it looks slightly better. Maybe you can even make it even smaller if you want to. So, and then you can also increase this length to get a better design. Or if you're not satisfied with this and just want to go with a simple design, then you're more than welcome to just go ahead and edit our curve in GZ. If I move it like over here and select our objects, and then scale to like something to the bigger one, actually works pretty fine with this array. So there have our blocky arch. So you can apply all of these modifiers to get to our end result. Like if I start and to apply them, click on our cube, and then click on object, convert to mesh. This way we actually don't need a curve anymore, and we have our arch object. But what if you want to make an arch entrance, or an arches arch can be used for bridges, for caves, tunnels, or for even some sort of stylized walls if you want. But for now I'm going to show you how the entrance one, because the entrance ones is actually more slightly more difficult. It actually has one more step. So I'll just I'll just hide this circle one, and I'll just turn this back to the standard one. And this one is a mesh. Okay, this one is a mesh, this one isn't a curve. The other one, this one was a curve, like, as you can see the mark of where. For this one we'll actually need a mesh one. So I'm going to Shift A, Mesh, Cylinder, and you can reduce it to 16 for this one if you want to, and I'll just scale it to the same size, roughly the same size of the of our circular arch. I'll actually move this cylinder to be on the same side. I'll just turn on snapping for now, and then move it over here so that they're actually in the same place. Now that the challenge is that how do we get the arch to shape the how do we cut the part over here? So to do that, we'll just move our arch outside of our cylinder, and in our arch we're going to add the modifier. We're going to add in the shrink wrap modifier. I'm going to select our cylinder, and you can add a little offset if you want to, but I think this looks good enough. You can obviously increase the cylinder's vertices to get the same look if you want to, but I'm just going to apply it for now. Then I'm going to go into the cylinder and I'm going to delete our faces, and to make things easier I'll just delete all of these side vertices and add modifier and mirror modifier, and I'll do the same with our arch. I'll just delete the sides and I'll select my arch and then select the cylinder and then go with Control J. This also applies the arch with the modifier as well. So now that we have these vertices, I'll just select these vertices on the side because they're not important. I'll just dissolve vertices because they're not being used, and as for this vertex of the art, I select it and then select the cylinder and then click on right click and then merge and click on M to merge vertices and by last, because I selected these cylinders on last, so our arch just combines with that. The next thing we can do is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 vertices, so this one is easy. I'll just combine it with over here and then click on F. But these three will require a loop cut, so I'll go ahead and add in Control R and add a loop cut around over here, and then we can add another loop cut that will join with this vertices, and Control R another loop cut that will combine with this one. But for these two I'll combine it with the upper parts, so I'll just select these two and then click on right click and subdivide, and then subdivide again. We actually don't need this one, and then right click and dissolve vertices, so we can actually just select these vertices over here and then click on F, do the same, and now we have an almost clean topology one. You can obviously add in another loop cut if you want to, or maybe you could have added another loop cut over here to make the transition a little bit smoother, but I'll just click on Shade Auto Smooth now, and you can see that it looks perfectly fine, almost perfectly fine. You can actually do is go into top view, and as you can see the vertices are a bit off, so to fix that, go into 7 wireframe mode, select this and click on SZ0. Oh, no, sorry, SY0. This does is SY0. This actually flattens the vertices on the y-axis so that we actually get a better result. As you can see now it looks slightly more better, and then you can go ahead and add a modifier and a solidify modifier to give it a little bit of thickness to make it feel like more of a brick wall, and as you can see the shading is completely fine. You can also just delete this vertices because it's pointless and it doesn't add anything to it. So there you have it. This is how you create any sort of arch in Blender. Please subscribe. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel and watch another one of my videos, as that's how the YouTube algorithm works. It's a small channel and it won't cost you anything. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.